Um, this is how we'll look at response. The moment you get a response that people are not listening to you, you need to change your style. So what are the things you will change? Now I find that people are not attentive, they're not listening to me. So do I have to change my presentation or do something different? Yes or no? You go in the same way if people are disinterested?
I mean, you will have to change, but again, you will have to continue the...
I will have to continue. I'm not changing my presentation, but what will you change? You're not changing your presentation. You can't say, okay, stop, now I'll change my presentation to telling a story. No, I'm not saying that.
Say some jokes.
Okay, so I can use humor. Okay, I can use humor. Please be careful about a joke. Please don't use a joke in organizational environment because all the jokes in India are Sardar related. Okay, and that's not right. Or woman related. So it's be careful about what humor you use. Use humor where you can pull your leg more than trying to pull someone else's leg. So don't say, okay, I remember a Sardar jokes. 12 बजे आपको पता है क्यों बोलते हैं? And someone who's sitting there may not like what you're saying. And diversity and all that says you can't joke on some community, religion and all that. So just be careful. Don't do that. And it's not a good leadership trait. So I can use humor. What else can I use to create interest now?
You can give a few examples.
Wonderful. We have talked about it. I can give examples or what we call as analogies.
We can use different aids. Like if you are focused on work, but you can go to whiteboard.
Amazing, amazing. You just put a blank screen because people may be tired because of the PowerPoint being on for a long time, right? And you just use this. But remember, your handwriting has to be good. Okay, if you're using a whiteboard or this. But if you didn't provide for it, then you are in a soup. So therefore, go back to the whiteboard. Whiteboard is normally there in organizations, so you're not unlucky. But Flipchart is usually not there. What else can I use? Anything else? If you find that the audience is disinterested, disconnected, not listening to you, what can you do?
You can change your place where normally you stand. So you can get closer to the audience.
Okay, so I can use what we call as movement. And especially these are post-lunch sessions, you may have to do it. You may have to do it. Can you build a little more energy? So what happens? Energy, normally yesterday I said don't move too much and all that. But when you're building energy, you will have to. You saw Steve Ballmer. Yesterday you saw that video. That doesn't mean you stand, but a little more energy will make people get connected. So I can put energy. Yeah, you said something.
Questioning.
Okay, I can ask questions. Wonderful. I can ask a question, but be careful about whom you... But when you put up a question, when you're trying to build interest, don't point to someone and say, okay, Tushar, tell me this question. Tushar को तैयार मैं तो अभी लेट रहा था. The question पूछा, आप तेरे को देख लेता. Okay? And especially don't ask questions directly to seniors because they may be, thinking about something and suddenly you ask, it may embarrass them. So the best way to put up a question is saying, I was thinking, I have a question which I'm just putting up, and let's see, and you put up the question as if you're voicing the question, and don't look at any particular individual, just look at everyone. So your eye contact has to be important, very, very well managed. So you look at everyone, and then you find that someone wants to answer, that's it. But if you look at someone and ask the question, that person, if he's very senior, will get very irritated and angry. I have seen some people do that. The moment they wanted to put up a question, sir, you are so experienced, so I thought I'll ask you this question. Sir, what? This is, yeah, or uska answer aata hai to he'll answer. If he doesn't remember the answer, then I think it's not fair, okay? Because you can't embarrass anyone, and they will remember you for a long time. So now you take the call whether you want. Anything which hurts people's ego will have a consequence. And I think in front of 10 people, when you put a embarrassing, even anyone for that matter, if you suddenly say, what do you think, Yogesh, on this? And Yogesh may not be prepared on those numbers. And you say, oh, you are in building projects, you are handling this and you don't know what your last month's figures are. What is Yogesh thinking at that point of time? But you should have told me that you wanted these figures. I would have given you update. Or, sometimes people will just open their laptops and say, I'll give you the figure. And that will, see, if you're doing to connect to the audience, don't embarrass them. No, it's not ideal. Now, in internal meetings, you'll find a lot of people do that. But I personally don't advise them to do it because it embarrasses and